Welcome to the Yup Life podcast. Dip your contacts into coffee to stay awake.
Let's start with our drink of the episode. Mr. 805. Wait, that's not it. That's
Mr. 805.
805 Firestone Walker. California, I think it's where it's from.
Central Coast, California's Central Coast. Brewed in can.
It's my first one, boy.
It says,
Is it? You never had one?
Never
Dude, you're
had
in
it.
for a treat or
Or
treat. I love
Or
these
not.
things.
it says properly chill, and it's really cold.
Oh,
My dad's a big fan of these. He loves these
Yeah.
things.
We'll put them in these fancy koozies so you can't see the logo anymore.
Dang it. Sorry about that.
Satisfying. Oh, nice.
When the beer fits just right.
Just right. Cheers to episode 2.
Here's episode 2.
No spilling. Cheers.
Speaking of spilling, spilled water all over my desk at work.
Like on your keyboard or?
Yeah, keyboard was soaked. Mouse was a little wet. Luckily, my computer, my main console thing, is like sits right here, and I keep my cup right there.
Oh, jeez. So you're like, IT guy
Yeah.
over here.
Dude, I feel like this week has been stressful, like just period. So much shit going on.
Like work-wise or just like
No, like-
life-wise?
Both. So work is crazy, but I had fraud on my bank account.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Your bank account or like your credit card?
Not like just bank account, checking account.
That's like the worst.
Yeah, and someone had my account number because they did an automatic pay. I have Chase. Someone automatically paid their Bank of America credit card through my account.
And you can't get that money back.
No, they get
Oh, really?
it back. Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like checking
They're
account.
legit.
Checking account's harder because it's like
Yeah.
credit cards take a few days to like do the transaction.
Yeah.
But that sucks.
Yeah.
Probably because you signed up for Venmo and started paying me.
Dude, that's what I think. Like it was a couple days later.
Conspiracy, dude.
Freaking Venmo, man.
I don't know, like-
I knew it. Just cash.
Knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with Venmo.
Cash and gold dust. That's the way I'm gonna have to pay everything.
Gold dust. Just, here, let me sprinkle some on you. Is that good enough?
A couple of gold flakes.
Yeah.
Bust out the scale. Let's do this. And then, dude, also, like, so I was training yesterday, and then I was perfectly fine. I took off my glove, and all of a sudden, like, this was just numb.
Training what?
Muay Thai.
Okay.
And then I took off my glove, and then all this is just numb. And then now, if you can see, I can't straighten out my fingers. So, like, I could do this.
Yeah.
That's it. And
What-
if I try harder, like,
Does it hurt?
no, dude, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Can you can physically push yourself to
Yeah. It's just weird.
I mean, I guess that ties into our episode topic for this week, right?
What's the topic, guys?
Health.
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 Keeping your body clean and lean and mean.
You gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah. You know, we're getting older and your body starts to slow down. You drink more beer. You get stressed out.
Stress, dude.
get more grays.
My right eye has been twitching this whole week. So.
Is it the lazy one?
Yeah, it's the lazy one, man. Show the people.
But so I mean, we can talk about like
Mental health.
mental health. Yeah, that's a good
Mental
one.
health.
Seems like a big one recently.
Yeah.
All those millennials, man, they're so sensitive.
Yeah, dude. Like speaking about mental health, I read somewhere that your body doesn't know the difference between like mental stress and physical stress.
It's like the same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Dude. Just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm sure it's been studied, but even being like mentally stressed causes physical sickness. Like, you can get sick.
Right.
Like, I guess maybe your immune system is weaker, but you know, you just feel like you catch something easier just from being stressed out.
I've heard that now this is for people like going into retirement, but like usually in your career you kind of have more stress on you because of work and everything that's going on. But I've heard that once you retire, like people in the first 2 years there's a lot of people that tend to have a heart attack from,
Whoa.
yeah. And
From too much stress, or
I think it's from not knowing, it's like not knowing what to do.
too big of a change in their life.
Yeah.
That it just messes them up.
You're stressed out that you're not doing anything
Right.
type of deal thing.
I heard that when you retire, like when you fully retire, you have to have like 12 hobbies
12
to keep yourself preoccupied every day
Holy.
for the rest of your life.
Could you consider like watching TV, like one channel, one hobby, and then flip it to another channel, and that's another hobby?
Just 1 through 12.
I so, man.
Just kidding.
Like,
that's-
can you even name 12 hobbies that you'd want to do right now?
No, knitting.
Underwater
crazy.
basket weaving.
Yeah, splunking if you can. At that age, dude, that's crazy. I feel that way now. Like when I took a week vacation but didn't fucking go nowhere.
Yeah, just
Like,
a staycation.
Yeah, just a staycation. I started feeling like, man, like I need to do something. Like there's something missing here.
Did you just like veg out like a potato?
Pretty much.
Like
Yeah, just on
like
the
you're
couch.
from Idaho or something?
Hey, watch episode 0.
Yeah, it was well, that other day I ran into you, the gym. You were talking about like, oh, like I need to do something, and
Yeah.
I think everyone needs to do something. Like it's a stress reliever / like I don't know, just resets your mind and
Yeah.
stuff.
You get that workout high and it just makes everything better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Just think clearer too, man. Like you got shit going on and you're trying to find out the solution. Just go work out
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
or for you find your answers on the toilet.
Yeah, a lot. You know, so like some people spend 1/3 of their life like in bed. Mine's on the toilet,
In the bathroom.
in the bathroom.
1/3 sleeping, 1/3 in the bathroom.
Yeah, 1/3 at work. Fucking have no life.
Hemorrhoids?
I mean, there's preparation age.
Preparation age does feel good on the whole.
But Joey's right now fixing the exterior side of the studio.
Exterior.
Yeah, exterior.
Yeah.
Exterior.
So what's up, dude? What's
So
going on? Life?
Talking about, I was started taking creatine this week,
Oh
right?
yes.
Like, bro, I don't think that stuff is for me.
we're just gonna repeat the whole conversation.
At least
Oh
it'll be on film.
man, yeah, no, that's crazy though. Like, tell the people how much you were taking.
20 grams a day, which again, I was reading the instructions at the back of the bottle. It said to saturate your muscles. To do that in the first 4 to 5 days, and take 20 grams, 5 grams with each meal, and then 1 with your workout or after your workout, protein shake type of deal thing. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
That's a ridiculous amount though. Like, maybe it is true, but maybe your body just can't handle that amount. Like,
Yeah, that's another thing too. I was thinking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just phase it out right now. Just let it just completely run out of my system, and then try again, probably in a week or so.
okay.
And then, but lower the dosage to just 1
What if you use this like saturation that you have,
already and keep.
and then just take like 5, and then just see how you feel for another like 5 days,
The only thing is about that, because I'm still feeling crappy already.
dude. What exactly are you feeling?
I was like headaches.
Okay.
Headaches is one thing, and I was like, it's like right when I wake up.
Is
And
there
I'm thinking
anything else we could contribute that to though? Like, anything else in your life change? You stopped
maybe-
drinking more, like
water
beer or something.
No, I wasn't drinking no caffeine. That might be a little bit, but I don't do a lot of caffeine a day. It's like only like a cup of coffee a day.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that as well, just because.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, yeah,
But-
that could be it.
but I wake up with a headache,
Yeah,
and like
that is kind of weird.
and my eyes feel dry. Like I don't know. It was just
Your eyes feel dry,
Yeah.
dude. You're probably like,
yeah.
you're probably
dehydrated.
getting so saturated. I guess like your body's using so much water that even over a gallon you said you were drinking,
Yeah,
might not be enough.
yeah. That might be it too.
That's crazy.
So
Drinking a gallon of water is still like a lot. Like you have to force yourself to drink water
yeah,
sometimes.
and I was pissing all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing though, dude. Like you have to pee.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing like fat loss and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
you have to drink a certain amount of water. And I could probably hit on that later on, but
Maybe I should keep the 5, but then also I don't know.
I see what you mean. Like it's
kinda-
a little scary.
Yeah.
Do you eat fish a lot?
Yes.
Damn. Like do you,
I
do
eat
you eat
tuna.
red meat a lot?
No. I eat tuna. I eat a lot of
I
chicken,
love
rice, vegetables,
Did you
ground beef, but not much. Like my dad was mainly. I got my fruits. I got berries, and
Okay. So
I got
that's some carbs
I got
in there.
yogurt too, Greek yogurt.
Dope.
I got oatmeal. Yeah, I would say I have a good diet. I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough then, dude. I would honestly just
Keep going the 5.
keep going with the 5. If you feel the same way for like another, you might be like allergic to creatine. No,
I don't think it's allergic. It's just like, I don't know. It's just,
just overdoing it.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe you had enough creatine in you before to where you didn't have to saturate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your body naturally produces it, I believe.
Yeah, it does. Like
So-
small amounts.
Yeah, small amounts.
But yeah.
So, I don't know, dude. That sucks. I've been on, like I told you when we were at the gym, my first bout with creatine, pretty sure was tainted because I took it for 2 weeks and I just blew up. And I thought, like, I don't know, dude. I thought I was the shit. Like, I just got yoked up and I wanted to work out like 4 hours a day. I started at like 2 hours. When I started taking it, I was like, fuck it, like I'm taking something. I need to do extra time. And then I ended up like at 4 hours a day. And that's when I was like, no. I need to fucking stop doing this. This is affecting my entire life. But yeah, creatine's not that bad for you.
Yeah. Maybe I overdid it.
Yeah.
Not overdid it. I was just following the instructions.
Yeah. You got that Optimum Nutrition one?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did you get the powder?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hate the powder.
You do the capsules?
I do the capsules.
Oh.
I just don't I don't know. I don't like powders, period.
Oh, okay.
Everything I have is like in pill form.
Even protein?
Except for that. If they made a fucking pill, I'd probably get it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, fuck that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe I should. That means I would have to take some today at some point because you're supposed to take it every day,
Yeah,
right?
every day. It kind of sucks, like, if you're taking a day off and you have to remember to take your pill.
Yeah, that's...
Do you take a multivitamin?
No, I should.
Definitely should.
I need to go get some.
I feel like I always, like,
Hunch over.
hunch over.
Next investment, chairs.
Chairs?
Chairs.
Yeah, some ergonomic stuff, dude.
Yeah.
That could be also, like, a health topic.
Chairs, sitting and standing
Like
at the
sitting,
office.
Yeah, standing. So I recently started noticing that like I stand wrong. I stand weird.
I could have told you that.
I mean, and then like I kind of waddle if I walk.
I could have told you that.
Yeah, I know you could. So like I started looking up a bunch of videos on how to stand correctly and all that kind of stuff, and it's tough, dude. Like the bottom of my feet are sore.
What?
Yeah. Like who the fuck gets sore at the bottom of the feet?
You?
Yeah. Only person in recorded history.
Literally recorded.
Yeah.
Thank you. We need a drum machine or something like.
Yeah, we need some sound effects.
Yeah.
Next purchase.
The
Yeah.
first thing to talk about is mental health.
Mental health.
Is that a taboo subject, or do people actually talk about mental health?
Nowadays, you can talk about it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's so common too now to have like a psychologist and
Is it?
have your shrink.
Is
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Dude. I think it's really acceptable now.
All right.
I mean, I not just kidding. I don't have one.
Have you been to one?
No.
Have either of you been to one?
I thought about it.
But you haven't actually.
No.
I wouldn't mind like
Yeah.
seeing what they could stir up. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, because it's hard to reflect on yourself and think, what are things that are wrong with me, you know?
Yeah.
Like on a daily life, you understand like what stresses you out and stuff like that and what causes you problems. But I don't know, your personality and you as a human being, like, are you a shitty person? You don't know.
You don't
right?
know.
Like
Yeah.
other than like people telling you.
Yeah, it's
But-
true.
Yeah. I think from that regard, talking to someone would be kind of interesting. Like,
Yeah. Starting to figure out yourself.
right.
I knew I had a problem when my doctor was like, you should probably start taking Xanax. I was like,
Wow.
oh.
Dude, what?
Yeah. This was a couple years ago. I was like, yeah, my doctor wanted me to start taking Xanax. I was like, oh, I should probably figure something out. That's what I was like a
Yeah.
little, I'm highly
Was it just for like stress?
stress,
or
anxiety, all that fun
anxiety?
stuff. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about like medicating for mental health?
Last resort.
Very last resort.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're kind of against it.
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. I
I'm
think
a-
there's... Good.
I'm on the fence too, because like I've seen people that have taken it and it totally changes their personality.
Yeah.
And not every medicine is like right for the same person.
Right.
So it affects them differently, and I don't know. It's like a trial and error period, and during that time, there's like so many mood swings and stuff. It's like, how do you find the right one in the right amount of time? You know?
Yeah, dude. It definitely kills who you are, right? Like it just levels you out to a certain like medium. And I've heard that like when you stop taking or you have to switch up your medications, that's when like people, I guess, do like crazy shit,
like try to kill themselves
plane or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know, try to take some more people down with them, kind of a thing.
Right.
I just was looking on the internet. Michael Phelps, you know, Olympian,
Yeah.
was he said I think there was an article about him talking about how he wanted to take his life at one point. It's like crazy.
Like recently, or was?
Yeah, I just saw it. The article was like posted today, maybe yesterday, but yeah, like
When he was thinking about taking his life, was it back when he like did that smoking pot thing? Or?
I don't know. I didn't like. I just. Pardon me. That's when I just noticed. I didn't actually go through it, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's like last resort though, because there's other things you can do. Maybe you need a new hobby, something to take your mind off of things. People just try something new and stuff like that. That's why I think it's like last resort to do medication, because there's a lot of things like that's out there that helps out. For me, it was the whole just going to the gym and stuff. It was a good stress reliever.
Yeah,
I love it now.
Dude, there's this man, I forgot her name. She was on Joe Rogan, psychiatrist, and she used to prescribe a lot of pills and try to help people out with their mental illness. And she started noticing people, I guess, getting worse almost, and never really solving their problems. So what she did was stop prescribing pills and start prescribing like diets, and then get people on like regular exercise. And she started seeing people actually get better.
Right. That's why I feel like the medicine is just a quick fix or a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Like, do you take that for the rest of your life to solve your problem? I don't think that's sustainable.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's definitely no way.
Do you think that's interesting about the diet and exercise? Do you think it's like, I mean, I was going to say obviously it's mental, but do you think it's probably both, as in like they're feeling better about themselves, like they actually feel physically better, but then mentally, like
they see themselves.
Yeah, they look in the mirror and like, oh, hey, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, of course, this isn't based off of any science. I think it's mainly chemical imbalances in your brain, and things that regulate that is diet and exercise.
Right.
And like, I think everything comes down to a chemical level like that. Like even who you are, it's your chemical level in your brain.
Serotonin.
If you produce a lot of serotonin, then you're usually a happy-go-lucky person.
Right. Oxytocin, I think, is another one.
What is it? Dude, I take oxys. Not kidding.
There's like three major ones that are like a factor.
Like who you are?
Yeah. Well, you're like hormones.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this is like sativas and what?
Indicas.
Oh yeah.
Marijuana.
Same
strains.
exactly.
Same.
Dude, it's so crazy though too. Like speaking about Michael Phelps, like he if you think about like the things about health, like it's physical, mental, and let's say diet, right? He has the physical.
Yeah.
He's obviously the decorated athlete.
Yeah.
Dude gets to eat 10,000 calories, so you know what I'm saying? Like his diet is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But he just didn't have the mental at that point.
Look at last year, Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell.
Dude.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Successful people, man.
But then also
Robin Williams.
their stories are.
Yeah, like
There's another thing too.
shit that happened to him.
So would you?
So the main thing, I guess, that causes mental health issues is traumatic events. What do you guys think about like hormonal imbalances that are not fixable by diet, exercise, hobbies? Do you think that's the thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain point where your body just
Some
won't
people
produce it.
Yeah.
You know?
So they actually need medication to
Yeah.
fix it.
At least to become like a decent level for society.
Right.
If you get that.
So chemical imbalances, whether hereditary or whatever, traumatic events. What else do you guys think causes mental health issues?
I don't know, man. I feel like your body over time, so just like cancer cells, like if you get a little chink in your DNA and it reproduces, I feel like that's the same thing with your like hormone imbalance. All of a sudden you could just have a hormone imbalance.
Yeah.
It's not caused by anything.
Right.
It's just your body just stops.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Just the cycle of it.
Yeah, just
going,
the cycle of it all of a sudden.
It can't just like be running at peak performance all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Something's got to break down.
I mean, yeah. Would you say it's like kind of getting older? Like, I don't know, stuff kind of wears out.
Yeah. And I mean, there's more stressors the older you get with family, kids, work, like you said, more responsibilities comes more pressure for you to be, performing in those areas.
I know. Do you remember like being a kid and how like just happy and unstressed you were?
Yeah. Well, I told you when I was in private school, I was like actually stressed out.
Yeah. That's
the good old days. Like people always talk about how they hate high school, but I look back and I'm like, dude, high school was so easy. Like there's not a lot of homework. There's shitty things where like bullying and your hormones are going crazy because you're going through puberty. Yeah. But in the long run, high school was like a good 4 years,
dude,
at least for me.
A breeze.
Yeah. And like you guys said, it was a pretty major jump to go to college. Think back, like going back to high school, wouldn't you rather have that any day of the week?
Any day of the week.
Like, would you rather be in high school or go to college?
High school.
Would you rather be in high school or work a career?
Well, I like the money.
I mean, just
pay me to go to high school. Let's do this.
Apples to apples.
Yeah.
If you could pick 8 hours in high school or 8 hours at work.
8 hours in high school, man.
Yeah, it's
art class, PE class. What?
I don't know. I would not want to go back to high school.
Did you really hate it that much?
Yeah, I just did not enjoy it whatsoever. Like
not one bit.
Dude, what?
I mean, it was all right, but I don't know. As much stressful as college was, I don't know. I think I'm one of those like I'm just a natural not natural, but I do like I don't like it, but I tend to lean towards the high stress realm.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So you stress yourself out.
Yeah, I definitely do, but I think
seek it.
Yeah, that's how I keep myself rolling.
That's funny, dude. Like just like that, I think I seek like adrenaline, and I think that's why I'm always late to stuff too, because I feel like I want to beat the clock.
Well, last episode,
if that makes sense.
Last episode, you said that you get stressed out because you're late.
I do,
but you're always late.
But I think I search for it.
Yeah, it's like, and it's your own fault. So you do cause your own.
Oh, but 10 more minutes. That's a little bit more adrenaline. Yeah.
Yeah, like just wait. All right, let's go. Trying to push my little car as fast as it goes, man.
Do you guys feel like I tend to do it? But do you guys feel like in the last 5 minutes, if something's due or you need to be somewhere, you're actually like pushing all your not might, but you're like, oh, gotta hurry up and get this done, and then like I don't know, you feel more productive within those 5 minutes.
I mean, people are more productive under pressure. I think that's
this is the
that's
thing.
a given. Yeah.
I think so, but have you ever tried like doing it the opposite way? Like actually doing, like let's say you got a project and it's due in 2 months, actually starting that like first day. And
No, I have no motivation.
dude, like it's so much easier and you get a lot more shit done. Like I've done it like once or twice in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like the best thing ever.
But it wasn't good enough to keep doing it, or what?
I don't know, man. Mental health, I guess. I'm seeking the stress.
Right.
But yeah, it's just weird that way. Like,
Yeah. So if you guys had to say, just on average, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the most stressful you've ever felt, the most stress you ever felt, like you think you're going to die, stressed out. 0 is like, I just smoked a ton of weed and nothing matters in the world. I don't know,
Yeah.
What would you like rate yourself as far as average stress for, being like, let's just say your yuppie career after college until now?
I want to say like I'm a little bit above the middle.
Like a 6-ish.
Like a 6-ish. And the reasons why, I think like I'm okay. Like let's say I lose my job, all that kind of stuff. I'll be okay. But there's people that depend on me now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's where the stress comes into.
But
like if something happens to me, I feel like other people will be kind of fucked.
So you're worried about things that haven't happened yet?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Kinda.
All right. That's why you're stressed out, like on average? Because you have people depending on you?
I think so. Like, and that's another reason why I want to do well in all aspects kind of a life. Like, I touched this freaking spring. I just grazed it. But yeah, like, I want to do well in let's say my work for myself, but I don't think that's where the stress comes from, because it's okay if I don't do good.
Yeah.
But like, it's for the other people in my life, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? 1 to 10. 0 to 10, I guess.
It was 10 when I like started working.
Work?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, dude.
Why was it so high, dude?
I just didn't know how to handle everything. I don't know. Like I was telling earlier, I've been prescribed Xanax and stuff like that. I think I was just
Have you ever tried Xanax?
no, I
Just to test it for fun?
no, I didn't want to. I had a friend that I told them about that I was got prescribed Xanax, and she was like, "Do not take that," because she's taken it before, and she said it was the worst thing ever that she's ever done, and she was like, "Don't take it. Do not take it."
Yeah. I think like if I got prescribed it, I would just tried it to see what it did.
See what happens.
Yeah, but then I would probably hate it and not take it again.
Yeah.
But after I started trying to figure out the life after college,
But you worked through college though, right? So it wasn't like a huge jump to.
college,
into the
that
deep end.
was another thing. Like, I've gone to the hospital a couple times in college and in my first 2 years of working. I always thought I had a heart attack or something like that. Legit. Like, I've gone and had that KGB, not KGB,
EKG.
EKG, like all that stuff. And I was like super high stress, and
So just going from being like part-time worker and part-time student to being full-time, is it just a change that messed you up, or?
there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of things. But after like first 2 years, and then it also might have been.
Dude, didn't you? Oh, never mind. You already had started work, but you were switching companies when you were again in the hospital, right?
Yeah. When that happened, I was switching companies, and I got into somewhat a different field of work, and I found it more enjoyable, stuff like that too. So that kind of probably helped. And then there's a lot of things. It's just as time went on, my stress has gone down, but at the same time, it's there. I would say now,
If you had to average it out,
I'm probably 4.5.
that's pretty good.
Dang, dude, that's super low.
Coming from a 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I had to get my stuff figured out.
That's good, dude.
What about you, Joey? Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
I'd say college was definitely the most stressful. Like balancing social, academics, and work is a lot to fit 7 days a week. But if I'd say like during the college, probably 6-ish. And then after college, like now having a career, it's like 1 or 2, man. It's
Dang,
easy going.
that's nice.
I mean, financially, don't have any stress. Work, it's like, for me, things don't stress me out because I just think about the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah,
The worst thing that happened at work, I get fired. I find a new job, no big deal.
yeah.
Like financially, like I'm still set up to support some
To be
unemployment
okay.
for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't like. There isn't really much else to worry about, and like relationships or whatever, life goes on. You know, things get better. Time heals everything. So
true.
it's just life's too damn short to stress out about small things like work or relationships or school or money or whatever. You know, none of that really matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you're alive, you know, you're
Yeah,
you're lucky to be alive. For
Right.
one, just take that. Don't take it for granted.
Dude, yeah, I definitely like that outlook. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
I always
you're
ask people
okay.
that when they start freaking out. I'm like, just calm down. What is the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
Like you're going to take a test. You fail this test.
Yeah.
So what? You fail the class. So what? You take it again.
Right.
Is that the end of the world? Really?
Like, no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's more money to those loans.
But I mean, like you're still gonna have the loans. You're still gonna pay them off. You know, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you still have a roof over your head.
It's stressful at that time. That's
right.
the thing.
Right.
It's
Yeah. It's easy to say it's not stressful, but
because I've been there. I failed like 4 classes in college,
right.
but
Dude, yeah.
yeah,
Maybe a little bit more.
It's stressful. at that time, yeah, you feel like it's the end of the world.
Right.
But
right.
I get what you're saying at the same time. It's just hard at that when it's going on. It's hard to realize that because when you're in school is life.
Mhm. Yeah. I also like to think like at the end of the day, things always work out.
Yeah.
One way or another.
One way or another.
You take, like I said, you take the class again. You find a new job.
Yeah.
It may take some time, but it gets there. You know?
Yeah. Dude, like one thing that man, I don't know if I should even mention him.
You don't have to
Yeah,
say,
he
you
was-
don't say names or anything.
He was just he's an exercise guru, actually. He's like published a bunch of books, but he was saying that one of the best things that you could possibly do just for yourself is before you go to bed, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. You know, and that just switches up like your serotonin level.
I don't know.
Or whatever it is that makes you happy.
One of those moments.
Yeah. And like apparently it greatly reduces your stress, like your day-to-day
It
stress.
sounds kind of silly.
It sounds silly, but I
Yeah.
guess it might work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're able to go to sleep better, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
just thinking like, hey, what am I grateful for? Things could be a lot worse, you know?
Right.
Like just be proud of where you're at.
Yeah.
Life is a lot easier.
Speaking of sleep, do you guys think that sleep is a big factor in being mentally healthy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's definitely in college, there's a lot of time where I would not go to sleep and all I would do is like energy drinks.
Oh no, that's
Dude,
terrible.
and yeah, and I'll just crazy anxiety, just crazy stressed out. And then I remember once I finished college, I was able to get like 10 days worth of like actual sleep, and I felt like a different person.
Yeah, I think it's important to devote, like, everyone has their different sleep schedule, but those core amount of hours you need to sleep, just do it every night.
Just do it.
You'll feel so much better.
Yeah, just do it. The thing is, falling asleep when you're like stressed out, I think is the worst. Like you got to find something.
I don't know. I don't really have that problem.
No,
Just like exhausted, so I fall asleep at the end of the day.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm like got stuff going on, like that's all I think about before I go to bed. Is just running through my head.
Yeah. I heard you snoring last night, so last night you slept pretty well.
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, really?
I woke up like 7 times. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. I usually wake up in the middle of the night.
I do too, but I gotta pee.
I don't. I sleep straight through. Yeah, straight through the night. I can't fall asleep, but once I'm asleep, yeah, it's hard to wake me up. I have to set like 6 alarms. Yeah, it's bad.
I feel like this is kind of ignorant of me to say, but I personally think that like mental health can be fixed on your own accord.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether, like you said, choosing to do different things or hobbies, or just mentally getting yourself out of that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's all
Is it all or like 99%? Like
not to sound cliche, but it sounds like it's all. It seems like it's all in your head. You know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's-
because
yeah.
that's how I always handle it.
Right.
Is I just think myself out of being stressed out, or do something to distract me from being stressed out.
Right. Most people think themselves into being stressed out for
Right.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, that's just me, and that may be me being ignorant because I am the wrong person to ask about mental health because I haven't really had to deal with mental health issues or anything. It doesn't really run in my family, and I never had any problems. So
It's awesome. Pretty even keel and stuff.
yeah, I'm pretty boring.
I think to a certain extent, yeah. I think there is a certain point where it is.
It's all in your head.
No, their point that is. Well, I guess technically, but there is a. Like, what about all these like people that, like the shootings and stuff like that?
Right.
Like, you know, I don't know.
I think those are people that they didn't find help. They couldn't help themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and they took the
Oh, sorry.
They took
the worst possible option.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull up some mental health statistics,
Go ahead.
and we can talk about them just for fun.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to know something gross?
Yeah.
I have like this zit on my back that came out of nowhere, and like every time I go back and like it hurts. It's so gross.
Dude, I love watching like.
Oh,
Dr.
do you
Pepper.
really?
Dude,
Why?
that is my jam, dude.
Dude, you have a mental health problem right there.
Probably, man.
Maybe that fixes his mental health.
It's a stress reliever.
Yeah,
Just
it de-stresses me,
it
bro.
releases your stress, right?
Yeah. Dude, I love watching that stuff.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
That's That's weird.
I think she's getting her own show.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fucking tuning in.
some of those are like cysts and stuff.
Dude, but like she's helping those people out, man.
I mean, that's
It's like cleaning them up.
dude. So she's
health.
back to the whole like we talked about YouTube and making money while you're making money, like doing the apology video for doing something shitty on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're making money while apologizing. She's making money while she's doing procedures by recording them.
Yeah, that is
It's like
true.
doubling her
dip.
income.
Oh, wow.
Paid.
That's smart. But
That's awesome.
so 1 in every 5 adults in America experience a mental illness. 1 in 25 live with a serious mental illness. Is that kind of expected?
Okay, a good question is what's defined as mental health? I don't like where's the point where like
Like anxiety becomes a problem.
Probably when you're diagnosed.
diagnosed you would
Yeah.
say mental health.
I think being diagnosed is so much easier nowadays, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like autism. Or ADD.
ADD.
Yeah.
Everybody has ADD.
Just to get that Adderall.
Yeah, times have changed. A lot of like think of all the like people that were in World War II or some of the veterans from Vietnam. Those people, they don't talk about what they saw out there
Right.
and stuff, and
PTSD.
and stuff like that. But yet, people in our generation, that was like the Gulf War or Iraq and all that stuff, Afghanistan,
yeah,
like
Desert Storm.
they're more open to discussing, you
Right.
know, stuff like that to actually help and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's just it's becoming more and more, and even our society,
Accepted.
like yeah, and even our
Yeah.
society, like just everyone's
Right.
accepting it.
I guess that's last episode we talked about millennials being more sensitive. I guess that goes hand in hand with people being apathetic to other people's feelings and stuff.
That makes
for good or
sense.
for bad, either to help them out or to just judge them, whatever, you know. But I think it's just it's kind of a pro and a con. You know, you've got a good support system with the people around you, but you also have people like judging you and stuff because you're being so emotional about things, like the older generation, you know.
Right. But I don't know. At the same time, people are willing to coddle you and give you a pill.
True.
You know,
A little too much.
a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I think could fix a lot of stuff. Is like, it's not saying like, hey, toughen up, but if someone if you grew up that way,
Yeah.
like you could probably handle a little bit more.
Right.
You know.
Right. So the highest rate of adult mental illness is American Indian and Alaska Natives. 28% of them live with a mental health condition. The lowest is Asian adults at 14%.
That is weird. I would imagine.
Hispanic is 16, white is 19, black is 18.
I would have thought Asian cultured would be higher stress just because they're
Same.
very
Strict. It's like a strict culture.
yeah.
That's I don't know if that's Americans
Oh, okay.
or
That would make sense.
it's probably Americans.
Yeah.
Because I know
Makes
like
sense.
China, their work hours are completely different. It's they're highly. I would imagine they're highly stressed.
Yeah.
But like the company where they make like cell phones, they had to put like suicide nets and stuff.
Yeah.
That has to be super high stress. You know what I mean?
Those countries have the highest suicide rates, and they're like in like the 20 to 30% of like male adults.
Dude, that's so crazy. I'm sorry that I laughed. I just watched a video of the dude who like is in traffic trying to get hit by a car. Have you not seen this?
What?
No.
Yeah, he's trying, and then this car like stops right before him, and then he jumps on the car to like act like it hit him.
Yeah.
The video's kind of funny, but like, dude, like how stressed out is he? You know what I mean?
I think I've seen that where the dash cams record it.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a insurance payout.
Yeah.
Like those Russian dash cam.
Yeah.
videos.
So crazy. Freaking mental health, man.
So predominantly white, like for white people, females 21% and males is 11%. Oh, sorry, that's use of mental health services. So females are more open to going to health services than males are, which is pretty obvious.
Yeah, it makes sense.
more in tune with their feelings.
We're definitely taught to swallow things down.
Yeah, suck it up.
Suck it up. You want to hand me another beer, dude?
Whoa.
Please.
Yeah.
Are you coping right now?
A little bit. Stressed out. No.
Branding, if 805 wants to sponsor us.
Hey, what up, 805?
We're looking for sponsors.
We've got this whole open table we can put stickers on.
True.
Brand it out.
I'll get a tattoo. Whatever.
What?
Just my face.
Mental health is a crazy topic. It's
Dude, you can go on for hours about this, man. Like, I think that's the main thing that you need to have.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah, I agree. It holds you back from everything. Your mind, your person, your mind. That what governs what you do, how you act, it is everything.
It is everything, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks because there's so many people too. Like, let's just say even in sports, like there could be someone who's super trained. Let's just say like in boxing, or football. You always hear about practice players. And it's people that like just perform like crazy in practice, but when it comes time to actually show out, like you just can't, just because they're not there mentally, or they talk themselves out of it.
Speaking of that, who are those people like they play mental brain damage from all those NFLers?
Yeah, like CTE and stuff.
Yeah. What about that? I mean, would it consider mental health to a certain point? Because
I mean, yeah, man,
that could change who you are,
yeah,
right?
it changes your like hormone balance again.
Like I've heard like NFL players, like they become aggressive and stuff after like that. And some people are saying from all the blows they've taken.
Yeah, dude, like Junior, I don't know if you know who Junior Seau is, but apparently like so throughout his career, he's like a happy-go-lucky guy. And then towards the end of his career, he like the only thing that would make him happy is surfing. Mm-hmm. So he loved like the ocean and stuff. And then I guess there was one day where like he went to go surf or whatever, and his wife noticed that like he wasn't happy. So she was like, "What? Like this is an issue." And then a couple days later, like I think he committed suicide.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So like. It completely changes you.
Do you know who Dave Mirra was?
Dude, the BMX president?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
He did you hear about him? He killed himself like years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
just from like brain trauma, you think?
That's what we could say. I don't know if it's
truly that.
Yeah, but
how do you guys feel about, I guess more intelligence means more mental health issues because you think about it more. Like my wish for my kids is that like they're super hot and just dumb, like just unaware of what's going on in life. It just gets shit handed to them, man.
I don't know. Is that like an actual fact? I've never heard that.
No, I just think that it is, like in my experience, the truth.
All right.
Because I feel like the most intelligent people that I know usually stressed out, aside from Joey. Like they're usually more stressed out because you usually weigh all the variables.
Do you think it's because more intelligent people take on more responsibilities than someone that isn't as?
Maybe. I honestly think that it's when a decision has to be made, someone that's a little less intelligent would just say, fuck it.
Act on impulse?
Yeah, just go.
Yeah.
And other people are like, nah, man, like, what about this? What about that?
Right.
So I think that raises stress levels.
I can believe that.
What we need in the future is once this podcast gets booming, when we have our 10 million viewers a day, we're gonna have some.
Damn, dude, that's aspirations.
Jeez.
We're gonna have
no wonder you're stressed out.
Why do you think? We're gonna have like a mental doctor in here. We're gonna have mental doctors. We're gonna have both. We're gonna have like one that's like, and then they can debate. Anyways, future plans. That'll be season 22.
Yeah.
22. We're gonna be muppies by then, bro. Oh man.
We'll be wheelchairing in.
So.
And that's not saying. That's just saying that we're getting too old. Our backs are just get.
Dude, why do you always get so defensive when you make like a
No, I just want to make sure that's understood.
He's not offending anybody. Politically correct.
Politically correct.
But
I want to get
mental
your opinion on something.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
So next to the top, Steve and I were talking about CTS? Not
CT.
CT. Pardon me.
What's that movie?
Concussion?
Concussion. Yeah.
Will Smith.
That was a good movie.
I never watched it.
It's really good. You should
Was it?
watch it. Yeah.
Anything with Will Smith, really, right? Will Smith's going to be our one of our people that we're going to have on here.
Would you say brain damage?
Drain damage?
Brain. Would you say that's also mental health? Because it can affect who you are and your judgment and how you feel.
Of course. Yeah. Why would it not be? Yeah. I mean, well, it causes them to pretty much kill themselves, right?
Yeah,
At the end of the
dude.
day, because they develop like memory issues.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's like the worst way to go is losing your mind.
I think so. But like most people would still take that over being poor. You know what I mean? Or like imagine growing up like in the hood, no money,
Yeah.
and then you're able to make it with football and take care of your family, and you're gonna live till like you're 30. Some people will take that.
That sounds horrible to me, but
I don't know.
whatever.
Man.
But yeah, that's a good point. If that's
It's a choice. That's why I don't think like football, all these other things, they'll never go away
Right.
just because of that. Like you have a choice to make millions of dollars
Mm.
or be the same.
It's a risk you take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think not like after all these reports of that CT and stuff like that. Like they're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna stop playing. Like there's people. Yeah,
They're just trying to make it safer.
Hopefully.
Hopefully
Hopefully.
that'd be nice.
I mean, but then like how safe is too safe to where it's not exciting anymore.
Right.
So like hockey, they I don't know if you guys know anything about the rules, but
What's hockey?
A little bit.
Just kidding.
icing is like you can't dump the puck to the other end of the rink. They used to have a rule where if you dump it down and you get to it before the other team does, they won't blow the whistle. So when they did that, two people would race as hard as they could to the corner of the boards, and people would just get blasted because they try to touch the puck first.
Right.
Now it's like if it looks like someone's already ahead, they'll blow the whistle early because people would just get annihilated into the
Right.
boards and like get knocked out. And so they eliminated that rule to make it safer.
Since you play hockey, like I remember in football, it was a normal thing to play with a headache. Like that's a normal thing, like practice, football, or games or anything.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing with hockey?
Nah, I mean, honestly, like hockey, I don't get injured too often.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it is, but it's just.
And if you get injured, it's like your body, not your head, usually, right? Like
Yeah.
You've come home like you hit your
I've
shoulder or your
some
side.
ribs or like take pucks to ankles or arms or whatever. And
I think I've noticed most people like are almost standing straight up when they collide against each other. It's
yeah.
more like
you try to absorb the
checking,
hit.
yeah.
Yeah, right. You're not skating straight head on into somebody
Right.
and trying to run into them.
yeah,
That's
that makes
just
sense.
like idiotic
Stupid.
to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That's awesome. Yeah, I just remember like if you didn't have a headache or you weren't like you didn't do anything that day,
Right.
you know.
That's
Yeah.
a little messed up.
Yeah, dude. Which is crazy. Did you hear that like anybody who started football at any age has CTE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
Any age.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why like I slur my words probably. It's not the 805.
So,
Just ding.
Masturbation.
releases
Yep.
stress reliever.
Big time. And when we speak about physical health, it actually boosts your testosterone. So we'll talk about it.
So before you go into workout,
Dude, yeah, crank down, dude.
I know you're not joking, but
I usually fall asleep.
Oh, really? You're one of those people?
Did you guys ever see that South Park episode where
I don't watch South Park.
Oh, the shake weight.
no.
Oh, never mind then.
Bro, there's a lot of stuff I need to start watching. Like South Park.
Game of Thrones.
It's always fun. Sunny in Philadelphia, Game of Thrones. Family Dad?
American Dad, thank you very much.
American Dad,
I
Family
live by
Guy.
that. I
There you
live
go.
by that show.
There you go.
Lavate las manos.
You guys talked about hobbies for helping with mental health.
Yes.
What kind of hobbies help you guys?
Dude, okay. Good fucking way to
Good
bring this
segue.
up. Yes. So right when I like graduated college and I started my job, I guess, I was okay for a certain amount of time, and then I started feeling like more stressed out that I wasn't doing more. And then I like
Doing more at work or
just period
Life.
like life. And then like I was like through high school I was used to going to school, having practice. College I was like going to school, I would play sports, and then like throughout my injuries and stuff I stopped playing sports, and then I just had a job.
yeah.
And dude, I was getting, I don't want to say depressed, but I felt like something was missing, and I ballooned up. I'm fucking 5'9" on a good day. I was almost 200 pounds at one point.
No, you weren't.
I was, dude. And like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was almost 200 pounds at one point. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. And like, I remember thinking, fuck, man. Like,
Ruben's
this
face
sucks.
is just like a look of disgust.
I know. He hates like fat.
No, I don't.
Dude, you hate fat
People?
Wait, fat people?
No, I do not. I do not. For the record, I do not.
I did not have sexual relations
Yeah, dude.
with that
Not.
fat woman.
Steven is making that
He
up.
hates fat people.
I do
And
not.
Also feet. Say that's a lie.
Feet. I hate feet.
You're getting stressed out. I can see your stress level.
Started to
You
sweat.
said the F word.
Oh man.
No, I do not. I do not hate fat people. That is a lie.
Oh, all right.
We're
We're holding a press conference right now. We're not cutting that out. But yeah, dude, like for me, sports help. Like I have to do something athletic, hopefully every day. Although, you know, like girlfriends and stuff like that will probably get mad at you if you spend your time playing sports all the time.
True. Girlfriends don't like when you play the balls.
Nope. Take the balls, all that kind of stuff. They hate it. But yeah, sports for me.
That's it. Just sports.
Also learning new things. So
On the toilet or off the toilet?
both. So I'm also learning how to cut hair. Joe, you were there, weren't you, when Michelle revealed that I watched hella haircut videos?
Yeah.
So it's a little weird, but like I feel
Like hours, she said.
hours, and I just like learning shit like that, like stupid things that aren't, I guess, super useful, but I want to become like a master at.
It's cool though. You can just become a so-called expert on something by watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like how cool is that?
That's so crazy.
Whenever I have any kind of issue, I just YouTube it, and you
Dude.
can find something on anything.
Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. What about you?
For the record, I do not hate fat people.
His stress relievers like to shit on fat people.
Bro, you just eliminated half our audience.
I know, man.
I
That
did-
is
it was
super
him.
messed up, bro.
My stress reliever is. I just say right now it's probably mainly Jim. I do get like that too, Steven, where like
Is Jim a nice guy?
Jim is a really nice guy. Why is it shit on Ruben Day?
Oh man,
Yo,
we
what
told
goes
you.
around comes around.
Yeah, bro.
What are you?
We told you you're a lynching boy, man. Episode 0, we said this shit.
I have no further comments.
So about this Jim guy, go on.
Yeah.
Jim's a nice guy. He stretches me out.
Rough hands.
Rough hands, very very rough. He just gets in there and
You get all sweaty and
he makes me sweat. He makes me moist.
Oh man.
Joey, what's your stress reliever?
I don't know. Sports is a big thing too. Not every day, like 1 to 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Because I find that if I do too much of it, it really
What is it?
it's a lot of work to
Do you
do sports every day.
do you get obsessed with it though? Like obsessed with things, I guess.
No, no,
No.
I don't. I like kind of addictive.
Yeah, kind of like addicted to.
No,
Like,
I don't really have an addictive personality.
no.
Like there was a time where I was playing hockey like 3 to 4 days a week.
That's a lot for hockey,
And
dude.
playing kickball and like I don't know, that was just a lot. So I had to cut back on things. Like I used to play like roller and ice hockey too. And one was like a 45-minute drive one way.
Eek.
So I had to cut that out. That was causing more stress than it was good.
Yeah.
But sometimes like video games are fun. Like they're not as fun as they used to be when I was younger. Like college, you play Call of Duty all night, you know. It just doesn't interest me like that anymore. But
do you think it's because like your buddies aren't playing?
could be.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think the social aspect of playing video games was a big thing for me.
Right.
Like just getting on and
Everyone else was on.
killing some noobs and seeing your buddies on there, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, what up? We're just doing knives this round.
Yeah.
You know, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The funnest thing ever.
Having like a drink or two sometimes helps. Like after a long day of work, just having a beer
Dude,
calms you down.
I totally understand that. And I feel like there's been studies on this.
Yeah.
Like if you have a beer, it's actually beneficial for you in the long run.
Yeah, I think it is. There is such thing as too many.
Yeah. There's always
So-
like a curve, right?
Right.
Is there?
Depends.
I'm just kidding.
Not with alcohol, brother.
I like to like have something to look forward to when I get home from work. That's a big thing for me because it's like sometimes work days are long and they suck. But if you can look forward to something like when you get home, like I don't know, anything like I said, a video game or going to the gym. But for me, I'm kind of like finicky where that one thing doesn't last too long, like maybe a few weeks, and then I got to find something new to do, like something to focus my time on.
That makes sense.
Like a podcast, you know, hopefully it lasts more than 3 weeks.
I hope so.
But
I might be retiring after this. I'm gonna have a lot of hate people already.
probably.
Yeah, dude. Would you replace Ruben with somebody else?
Yeah. My position's available.
No, dude, that makes sense. Like,
Put a disclaimer at the end of the podcast. Ruben's views do not
yeah,
directly
reflect the
the ideas of this podcast.
Yeah.
Just him.
Hilarious.
What are you going to say?
No, I could totally see that. Like, new things is also very stress reliever.
Yeah.
Just new things, learning new things.
Yeah, I think it's
having
kind of
to
like
do
what
new
you were saying,
things.
like learning new things.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. Like the majority of our life, that's what we did. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at least every couple months, you switch it up and start learning something new.
like a semester. It's like 4 months at a time.
Yeah.
4 months at a time.
And I think maybe we're just super used to it, but that's what I need in my life too.
Yeah. They say that, you know how like when you're younger, a year feels like a long time?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like yesterday was, you know, a year ago.
Yeah.
They say it's because you have less firsts in your life.
No way. Is that why?
Yeah. You have less landmark or moment, what the hell am I trying to say?
Like
you have less like landmark moments in your life that you can look back on.
That makes sense,
Like,
actually.
you know, 2009, I did this and this and this and this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's like, you do it again. It's like, just flies by.
whatever.
It's whatever. Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious. I've heard different things like the earth is spinning a little bit faster.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Stuff like that. So that makes a lot more sense, actually.
I think it actually is because they have to add or subtract a second or like a tenth of a second every
Yeah.
5 or 10 years or something.
Yeah.
But that's like negligible.
Yeah.
So, but
We won't feel that.
right. Because I mean, think back like last year. Was there anything that you did that was brand new to you?
Good question.
And if it was going to be like a longer year, it would have been a lot of things that you'd remember.
Right.
So,
Dude, that is so true. We need to just have more firsts, man. We should come up with a list,
so-called bucket list.
so-called bucket list, but just like millennial list, yuppie list,
The first list? Oh.
first list.
First list.
We could get pretty weird with that, actually. Thinking about it, it could get really, really weird.
Only if you make it weird.
That is true.
I do not hate fat people, for the record.
The more you keep talking about it, the more I'm going to have to leave that in.
I know, dude. No, we could just leave it in, man.
What?
You got to express your personality, Ruben.
Some humor.
No.
We need some humor in the podcast.
Yeah.
That's not humor.
It is humor. It's a joke, right?
It is a joke.
It's totally not a joke if you don't make it a joke. Wait, what?
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 That doesn't make sense.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to turn my microphone off.
Drop it.
Nah, dude, you good. I mean, most of his ex-girlfriends, right? Oh,
Hey.
no, just kidding. Ding.
And that's a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Speaking of mental health problems,
I know, right?
bullying,
Do you guys know why I'm so stressed out?
bullying.
Just because all your friends are bullies.
Do you guys always have one friend that you had to pick on?
I think there's always been that one person like in a group.
Yeah.
I've never had that before.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
You've never picked on anyone?
I've never picked on anyone. I wonder why.
Oh man!
Clearly,
if you don't have that person, then hey,
Clearly,
It's probably you.
it's probably you. Oh man! No, yeah, like that is true. Actually, thinking about it, there's always
hey,
that one
I
person.
do a lot for the group. I take it, and I take it well.
Dude, he said that seriously too.
Did we get that? Did we get that?
I hope so.
Did we get that?
Oh god, dude, I'm sweating with that one.
All right, I'm just not talking anymore. You guys go ahead. I'm just observing now.
Dude, this is why he's prescribed Xanax, dude. God damn it.
Sorry, I hit the table. I couldn't
shit.
help it.
All right. With that, should we call it a day?
No, current events or how are you feeling?
Let's talk
You-
about some current events.
Yeah,
got
let's go
time?
current events.
You got
man.
time or
I got
anything?
time.
Can I get a beer real quick?
Yeah,
Ooh, Joey's going with the beer.
but I don't have any more.
Should I get my third? Yeah, dude, you got to force ours in.
You gotta be smarter than the average koozie.
You got to jam it in.
Properly chill. Trademark.
Trademark.
That's funny. Why don't we trademark something like fucking Yuppie?
Dude, can we?
No, probably not.
Yeah, it's been around since 1980. Is that what
Yeah,
you saw?
yeah, it's been around for a while.
It's a big no.
Dang, look at that! Like it's like
Look at that head.
Makes me thirsty. Drink up, boys.
So that's mental health from a Yuppie's perspective. Do you think the generation that's before us has a different view on mental health? Because I feel like to them it's a little more taboo. They don't talk about it. They just deal with it. They suck it up.
Yeah.
And they have too much. I don't know if it's too much pride to go to a therapist or what, but
I think so. And I also think like this might sound messed up, but like they were kind of unaware of mental health. So like if someone had like let's say an actual disease, they'd just be like, "Oh, hey,
this guy's
Bobby's a little weird."
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, Bobby's a little weird. All right, he drools a little bit. You just gotta, like clean him up a little bit. That's it. I think
Clean him up a little bit.
that's why I said it was gonna sound mean, but
But if you went to go get checked up for mental health, that was what was that? The needle in the brain.
oh, that's
Lobotomy?
true, dude.
But there we go. Thank you.
Isn't that like through your eye,
Nah,
I thought that was like to fix like homosexuals too.
dude?
Could you imagine like the things that were real back then? Like homosexuality was considered a mental illness.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
serious.
Dude, I've heard of people saying that is like
Still, they
yeah,
still think
Still
that.
today.
yeah,
Wow.
like still today, like in certain millennial groups, like that it is, which is I don't know, crazy, I guess. Taboo subject.
Well, I don't think we have a whole lot to offer on mental health. I think we're all pretty sane.
Same, yeah.
But
I do have to take 20 pills a day just to be normal. Just kidding. They're multivitamins. What's up? Physical health. Next episode.
so I guess we can talk about some current events. But this one is it's kind of relevant. So Condoleezza Rice, she was was she former Secretary of State?
Believe so.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on politics, but
Same.
don't quote me on that. God damn it, I started typing Condoleezza. It's like condoms.
What are you looking up, bro? It wasn't like condos. It was condoms.
Condoms.
Jesus, Joey.
Jesus.
Dude, have you ever got into like politics?
Got into it?
Yeah. Like not run.
Followed
for
it?
Yeah.
Not really.
Why is that?
We talked about earlier. It's kind of like I feel like it's kind of useless.
It just doesn't change
yeah,
anything.
yeah. And what does learning about politics do for me, other than being informed and like knowing about all the shitty things that happen in our government?
Why do you think people get so into it though?
It's just
Like I've never got it. Like just for an example to throw out there. I think I want to say it was 2 years ago. We went to the Waste Management Open, and there's like a couple right next to us, and they're like just shitting on like Obama, I think it was.
Yeah.
But it was like a couple that was younger than us, and then a couple that was like really, really old, and they were going like deep into politics, and it seemed like the older couple were like real, I guess, accepting.
Conservative? Oh.
No, and then the young couple was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like real, like weird.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand like why the young couple invested their so much of their time,
Right.
to go into politics.
I think it's just because you can have such a strong opinion about it, and there's like polar opposites of opinions.
Yeah.
Like you can have your opinion on something, but there aren't a lot of things where you can be either black or white.
That's true.
Like there's I don't know. Politics has a wide range of opinions. So
Dude, maybe we should say this for politics time, because I also have a couple more things to say about it.
yeah, we could do a politics episode.
I think we might need to.
So back to the Condoleezza Rice thing, and the mental health. She, I guess it was an interview on CNN where she was talking about the hashtag, the Me Too thing, the like sexual assault, sexual harassment thing on Twitter and Facebook, I guess. And she's like kind of bashed it, which was surprising. She's like, I don't know a woman alive who hasn't had somebody say or do something that was inappropriate at best and aggressive at worst. End quote.
That makes sense, dude.
Right.
It must be tough out here in the streets to be a woman.
Yeah. I mean, not to like perpetuate it, but like that shit happens, and you gotta kind of prepare yourself for it, I guess.
Yeah.
But
That's what kind of scares me about like having a daughter eventually, It just like, dude, like I'm a dude, so I know like what's going on in my head,
but you don't act on that kind of
You
stuff.
don't act on that kind of stuff, but like at the same time, there's people that are crazy, I guess, and will just assault people.
Right. Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
But she also goes on to say, the movement to expose these circumstances is a good thing. Let's clear the air about it. I do think we do have to be a little bit careful. Let's not turn women into snowflakes. Let's not infantilize women. So she's kind of bashing them for being a little too sensitive about it. Yeah, I guess. So what I really don't want to happen is I don't want it to get to a place where men start to think, well, maybe it's just better to not have women around. She said, I've heard a little bit of that and it worries me. End quote.
Dang.
And it's like, you think about it, all these issues with HR and lawsuits and sexual harassment in the workplace that you've heard about.
It's crazy.
Why would an employer want to hire a woman and take the risk?
Yeah.
Why not hire a man?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of taking yourself out of the equation.
Right. Dude, I think it's so messed up too. Like it's just messed up all around. So like as a guy, you're also expected to kind of be aggressive. Do you know what I mean? Like girls tend not to like guys that are just super friendly.
Yeah.
To the point where you're like, oh hey, and like you're afraid to like, I guess, touch a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like if I did this to the wrong person, that could be fucking sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Ruben's eyes just got a little. My name is not Jim, dude. But yeah, like I just think that it's tough for both parties at this point. If you're a guy and you're looking for a girl and you are told to be a little bit aggressive,
Right.
there is a line that you don't cross though. But
It's kind of an oxymoron because it's like you're saying, the girls expect guys to come up to them, ask to get their number,
right,
be the aggressor, so-called. But then again, there's a fine line that you don't know where that line is.
yeah, a lot of dudes are oblivious about that line.
Right.
Like has no idea.
And if you're too far away from the line, you're not going to get the girl.
you're not, yeah.
Right. So
You're just friend zoned or just some.
might as well flip a
weird
coin, bro. I'd rather just flip a coin.
Seriously.
Want to go on a date? Heads or tails? Nope. All right.
All right.
Our local radio station, 98 KPD, Holmberg's Morning Sickness. It's a morning show over there.
Yeah.
And the DJ Holmberg, he was talking about how he's starting this new movement where that whole thing is like if a girl like in your office or just talking about girls in like your office, usually like that's how you meet them and stuff. And he was like, don't even bother. Don't start that. Don't talk to them. Just acknowledge them. Like, hi, acknowledge woman. I do acknowledge you're here, and that's it. Don't look at them or whatever, just because like you're gonna be accused of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Panda.
Dude, I can't even imagine being like a hot girl though. Like you're getting hit on 99% of the time.
But they usually like that, don't they?
Dude, I don't know. Call in to 1-800.
Are you a hot girl?
Yeah, are you a hot girl? Call in, leave us a voicemail, tell us your measurements. Let's go. Oh man.
Well,
yeah, we can call it today.
I think we probably should. Thanks for tuning in to the Yup Live.
If you enjoyed it, leave us a rating and a review on iTunes, or just follow us at the Yup Life Podcast.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play Music.
Stay yuppie.